Okay. I love these glasses. I'm beginning to love them. Right now they're protecting me from the very dreariness of the day and the pain that the white light causes my eyes. This has nothing to do with the season. This is not a tidbit. This is whatever. This is straight up for my kids. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna title it, but I feel very passionately on the topic. I don't know when you'll watch what I do, and I don't know if you'll still be able to access the information on YouTube or the news or whatever, Google. But there are two people right now that have come to my attention this week. One is a guy in his 20s named Christian Burns. The second is a girl that's 18 named Brianna or Brianna Brochu, Brochu. And they have both done very, in my opinion, my oh so humble opinion, very vile things. And thankfully they're being, kind of called out on it in one way or another. Her situation is more severe because it was a racial thing specifically, and it was months long, and she bragged about it on social media. Okay, lesson number one. Don't be an idiot on social media, okay? Like, let me be the most embarrassing thing that occurs, that happens in your life in relation to social media. I mean, karma's a thing. Regardless of to what degree you believe in karma or whatever, so here's this kid, he launches at a social security guard. That's not true. At a security guard at VidCon, and he was just ugly. He was just such an ugly jerk. And it's funny, actually, really ironic. He called the security guard ugly, and in my opinion, the security guard is more good looking, but that's not the point. The point is that it doesn't matter how beautiful you are on the outside. If you are ugly on the inside, it's gonna come out. It's gonna be obvious. And as far as the girl goes, it doesn't matter how white your skin is on the outside, how dark your heart is what counts. And it's gonna, both of these people did things that, put it on social media or got caught on social media, and it's ruining their lives in one way or another. And it should, okay? I'm not gonna feel bad for you if you are a complete, utter raving jerk, or a sneaky, passive-aggressive, psychotic jerk. I mean, she was wiping her bodily fluids on this girl's stuff and doing all this nasty, nasty, nasty stuff at Hartford to try to get a darker-skinned roommate out. I mean, both of them have just had absolutely reprehensible behavior, just absolutely deplorable, and I don't know if you'll still be able, by the time you watch this, if you'll still be able to access those videos and articles or whatever, but if you can, then go ahead. I mean, there's a lot of cussing, I think, with the Christian Burns, so wait till you're older if you need to. And but if it's hard to find, which, I mean, there's some stuff that I remember researching years ago, and I can't find access to it now, and some of it is because I did a lot of my research through university. There's different access when you go to university than there is just for regular people, which is both true and not true. And, I'm having a hard time saying this. Okay, look, don't be a jerk, okay? Now, some of this I'm not worried about because, my youngest has just Cherokee, and if the Jim Crow laws were still in effect, we would all be considered black, because we definitely have probably only one drop by now, but a drop of black blood in our veins. And I'm glad those laws are done and gone, because it's just so stupid. Anyway, and then my 3, you have also Navajo blood. And so I think that, what we carry in our blood, our genetics, like regardless of how we're raised or who we're raised by, that it helps some of us have a greater sense of community and responsibility, and what it feels like to be ruined by another race because of whatever reasons, which over the course of time have all come down to money, really. I mean, in one way or another. Money really is just an awful thing. I understand, some of its reasons and whatever, and I've done some extensive research, but let me not get too off track. Here's the point. I'm telling you that even though I believe that you will be good, kind, respectful human beings, understanding of the reality that you are not superior to anyone else, regardless of how much money you have, what your color of skin is, how much education you have, or how smart you are in the first place, your body type and whatever. I mean, I don't know for sure, because I'm not raising any of you. And even if I were raising you, there would still be that chance that you could, I mean, I've heard a few stories of people not being raised a certain way and then getting in at a vulnerable time with some group or community, be it, whatever, and ended up, turning into crazy jerks who treat other people badly because of some psychotic idea of superiority. I don't believe that you would be that type of person, and I'm hoping and praying that you won't. And I'm making this video, and I hope I'm gonna have to just trust that whatever I label it as that it will get to you in the right time, to make a difference, to help you if you are leaning towards believing that you can treat other people like trash because you are different in some way that you've decided makes you better than them. We don't treat people like trash. Occasionally, I've raunched at people. It's mostly when they just won't listen to me, or they're saying things that are, arrogant, asinine, and ignorant in one way or another. If they're being judgmental towards me or whatever, then don't be like these two people and the countless other examples that there are in the world that you can copy. I mean, please, like, all I ever wanted was to be able to raise babies in a way so that you would feel loved, and you would be able to grow up and feel like you were raised in a way that was good for you, and that you could raise babies in a way that was good for them. Like, I didn't want to perpetuate the cycle, and obviously I failed in my desire, my endeavors, my aim to be the best mom that I could possibly be for you, and to teach you and raise you how to be a kind, compassionate, caring, considerate human being. because I'm not there. So I suck. And I love you so much, but I know for sure. I mean, my youngest two, I'm pretty sure you know how much I love you, but my oldest two, you've really got me perplexed right now. And here's the thing though, and especially in my oldest, sweetheart, honey, you know that when you're angry, you're very angry. And you know, like, I'm not worried that you guys are actually going to behave the way these two people have behaved. I just feel helpless and powerless to make a difference, to help ensure that you don't behave that way if at all possible. So I want to say something so that hopefully you will realize that you're amazing. You're amazing and you're wonderful. You're magnificent in so many ways, and none of that is ever going to make you better than anybody else. There are times that you will, need to get upset and be firm with other people, and hopefully, you won't lose it like I do sometimes and have meltdowns and raunch at people, but I have never even come close to anything as disgusting as what I watched Christian Burns do, and I have never even contemplated doing anything as disgusting as what I have read that, Brianna Brochu did. And I don't want to believe that you are capable of that type of behavior in any way, shape, or form, but I know that sometimes we do things because we don't have enough respect for ourselves, and yet someone has tried to teach us that we're superior to other people. Now, I don't know if that's their story or not. I don't believe they can blame their behavior on anyone or anything else, because we have a choice. Even if we're completely, 100% pure blood, white, black, blue, I don't care. We're wrong when we treat other people that way. When we tell someone that they're irrelevant because they're not an Instagram model and they don't make as much money. When we act as if because someone's skin color, or even if you guys don't like anyone, do not treat them so horribly. Find a way to get out of, to make sure that you don't have to interact with that person as much as possible, which, I think that's what my oldest did, right? And my second. You stopped liking me. For whatever reason, whichever portion of the mistakes that I made and whatever I did rubbed you the wrong way, you asked me not to be much a part of your life. Now, I'm praying and trusting that this is going to be temporary, but the point remains that you've done good already to find a way to set boundaries. Keep doing that your whole life, okay? It's really important. It's important for everyone. It's really important that you don't let the stupidity of this world mess with your souls. Sweethearts, you are good, beautiful beings, okay? Treat other people like good, beautiful beings. Be wise and kind and gracious and understanding. Please, I love you so much. I love you. You are, the only thing that makes one person better than another is when they behave from the heart more kindly and generously than the other. Be better than this Christian Burns and this Brianna Brochu, okay? Be better than that, okay? Okay. I love you. I'm hugging you long distance. Mwah.